let's get into orbit. Because look, I already got 225 just from that. So let's do that and upgrade. So that's now tier 2. I now have a 255 part limit. And let's get into here. Let's get some science and then we'll go into orbit. The one place I do want to go right away. The Terrier engine, you gotta love the Terrier engine. It's one of my go-to orbital engines. And just getting bigger fuel tanks. One of the challenging things about your early rockets in this game is that they give you these itsy bitsy teensy weensy little fuel tanks. Now I can't get up to here, but I can go here. I got launch clamps, crew cabin, struts, bigger decouplers. Like, why they give you the big giant decoupler before they're giving you big giant tanks in it, I don't know, but it is there. Oh, I also have reaction. You know what? This might be a good one to put. I might not use them, but just to show people that if you're having, I do really want launch struts, or launch clamps, but no, I'll go here. Reaction wheels and the winglets are great for if you have control issues with your rockets. But what we're going to do, let's build ourselves an orbital rocket. I do have the contract right there. I did grab it, didn't I? Right here. Orbit Kerbin. Then we'll do the... So, pretty simple. Just got to get in orbit. So, don't really have to look at that, do I? Okay. Oh, and I now have... Ooh. But do I have fairings of any kind? I don't think I do. No. I'm going to wait on that. Then I do have now a 2 crewed. This might be good for my tourist contract in a little bit, but I do have the 2 crewed P capsule. That might be good to fire tourist suborbital in, but I'm going to go with the good old Mark. Let's go black and white this time. This guy will put on a parachute. Customary parachute on top. We'll put, because we will be coming down from orbital velocities, going to put on the 1.25 meter heat shield. Going to put on a decoupler. Boink. Okay, and now what we got to do is make this into a little orbital rockety duty. So what I like to do is I like to have whatever's going to be carrying the payload up into orbit to do the last part of the orbital insertion. And that way it will you'll be losing the boosters, the main booster, well before that, and you don't have to worry about it being debris. And so I typically budget about 1,000 meters per second, maybe go a couple of hundred more than that, so for the deorbit and stuff. So let's just see what's going to work for me. I'm just going to throw on... Oh, wait, we got to do sciences and stuff? Sciences. Come on. Sciences. Turn it that way. Well, let's just do this first. And I was talking about... And then the Terrier... The nice, I love the Terrier engine. One of my favorite rockets. Nice, decent, very good. One of the highest ISPs in the game, especially early on. 60 kilonewtons of thrust. It is a vacuum motor, though. Don't use it around in an atmosphere. But that gets me. Let's go to the Tiltify tool. Put it on vacuum. That's 1369 right there with a thrust to weight ratio of 2. That's already mammoth, but I'm just going to live with that. You don't need that big a thrust to weight ratio. Around 1 is fine, but we'll live with it. Okay, so there we go. There's our little orbiter. Do I want a... Well, but then if I get a smaller one... I think the smaller cam might not work. What if I got... see, now I'm starting to get... Oh, that's big. Ah, you're a stinker. That goes from 1.25 to 1.875 from the... Okay, we'll keep things simple. I was hoping to have smaller tanks and smaller engines and build little... But no, we're going to go with this. Okay, so that's going to do us just fine. Let's science this up. We need... this guy. We have a mystery goo we're going to stick in here. We're also going to go to high space. And if we're going to go to high space... Sorry, let me save this. This is going to be our first orbit. I can't remember whether I got the mystery goo I must have... Did I get a mystery goo? I got a mystery goo. Did I get the material spay in space? That's what I can't remember. Last time. I don't know. So we're going to go into here. We're going to go into archives. And we're going to take a look at the material study. I've done 2 of them. One from the runway, one fly. Oh my gosh. No, I've not done this in space yet. So, okay, good. Good, good, good. So we're going to put 2 of these on here. There we go. So our orbiter's getting bigger. I don't mind that. Because I have yet to go into high space, so I do want to get up into high space with this, is really what the dealio is. Okay, and what other sciences do we got here? We have, well, just the familiar... thermometer and barometer. For those wondering, this part here is part of Kerbal Engineer, which I'm not going to use for a while yet, so I'm just not going to put it on there. But that pretty much sciences it out. Let's balance this off. I have some batteries. Let's put some batteries on the other side. Snap off. What is my issue with... There we go. You know what? Let's put it this way. This is an extra, what is it going to be, 200 units of electricity. So I don't have to worry about electricity. Because we're going to be in orbit for a little bit. We're just going to collect a lot of science. Is really what it's going to be. Alright, and we're going to go up to high space. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. I've done mystery goo, and I just want to do it in high space. Why is there a texture thingy there? Oh, interesting. Okay. Alright, I think that's got it covered. We're not going to do any transmitting, so I won't put a communitron on there. I think this is pretty close to our orbiter. What kind of variance can I get here? There, that one. That's going to be an orbital engine. Thrust to weight 1.76 is a little on the high side, but that's okay. I like to put the parachute with that. There. So there's our orbiter. So now what we got to do is get this up into space. So we'll just decouple. Decoupler. What is my biggest... I'm going to get one of these. Get one of these. Let's go with... Reliant or swivel? Reliant or swivel? Let's go with the swivel for now because I'll have limited attitude control and the swivel has the gimbal. The Reliant is a little lighter and a little more powerful, but I think the swivel's probably... Oh, that's still a thrust to weight through the roof. I can add on another can or two. Looking at this, yeah, 1.86. That's sheer. You know, let's take out one of the... I'm shooting for around 2. That guy. More looking at the... Yeah, 2.06, that's fine. Delta V, 35 to 3600 is what I usually budget. I'm going to go to about 38. So we're going to finish this off with some SRBs. What SRBs am I going to use? Let's start small with the hammers, because I don't think this will be too hard to get up. Okay, so we'll put that. I'm going to put on just 2 of them for now. Engines. I do have the big thumper SRBs, but I'm going to go with the hammers for now. Just see what that does for me. So that gets my... Oh, I'm at 38.66. That's fine. Thrust to weight 2.66 on the bottom. At sea level, that's 2.2. This is fine. This is groovy. Let's put on some of these. And my part count's creeping up, but I don't care. I don't care about part count. Isn't that sweet? One trick with SRBs is if you slide them so that the decoupler's towards the top, it pushes the top of the SRB away, which helps them peel away from the rocket. I think I'm going to just grab these. I like to get the bells to be close to matching up on the bottom, especially when I don't have... That'll do. Especially when I don't have launch clamps, which I don't, because that was one of the things I... Go back to vacuum. 38.8. This is gonna be ducky. I think this is gonna be fine. creepers. I think. Oh, lights. Let's just go through parts. Make sure I'm not missing anything good. Those are just tanks. Those engines I don't need. Oh yes, if you are having control issues with, you know what? Let's put them in here anyway. But if you're having control issues with your rockets, these inline reaction wheels are to give you additional torque. This gives me an additional 5 kilonewton meters of torque, while the top, what is in the Mark 1 capsule? What is it? Gimbaling. It's 5, so it doubles the amount of reaction wheel force you have. So if you've unlocked these, that's great. Unfortunately, it's a 1.25 meter part, but the way to sneak that through, actually, you can just stick them. It doesn't matter where you stick them, which is something I didn't know for the longest time. So I'm just going to stick them right there, out of the way. There we go. That'll give us some more control. Control's always good. Anything else here? I don't need that. Decouple, I've used those. I've used that. Oh, yeah. Aerodynamic stability for sure. Putting on the mass, putting on the center of lift, which is completely borked because there's no control surfaces. I'm going to just grab, what is it like if I just grab me some of these basic tail fins? Is that going to be cool? And then maybe, whoops. So there's 4 down there, and then I'll grab them again. And then go to two-way symmetry and put 2 here. And 2 here. Oh, I thought that, oh, they're doing it that, oh my god, why? Now it's, and then I take it, this is weird, and then I take it off and now it's on the other side the way I expected it to be. So all I'm doing is bringing that lift down, right? An alternative to doing that is to grab these AV winglets. They bring the wings, the tip. I could probably just put on 4 of those and be good. And these are control surfaces, so they'll help you with. I think it's going to be fine, so I'm just going to go with this. And 34 parts, so this wouldn't have been able to be done if I didn't upgrade the VAB. Okay, let's see. I make this all. What about all orange up the middle stack? Oh, that's dark when I make it like that. I don't mind that. Oh, now I'm so getting into just aesthetics here that it's silly, but it's going to be dark on the bottom. Put on the little boat taily thing. Oh, wait, I think I got a orangey boat tail, don't I? Yeah, sort of. Put this back. Because aesthetics are important, you know. 2 of these is fine. Orange stripe to match that. All right, I think I'm good. So let's save, and let's turn off the mass and the lift. I'm going through the chat and seeing what I missed. Oh, blinky lights, yeah, thank you, blinky lights, blinky lights, blinky lights, blinky lights. So we're gonna put, I won't go ballistic because it can get a little silly, but I'm gonna put on a pair of these navigation lights. We'll paint them white. This is the top, so this is the left or port side, so that guy needs to be red. And we won't make him blink. We'll make that one solid. And then we'll just remove this one from symmetry and make it green. And then on the back, because we got these guys, this is all pretty occupied on this side. So on this side, what I'm going to do, maybe about here, is put on one of these ones. I'm going to make it white. We're going to put the blink period up to half a second, turn the blink on, and we're going to switch, actually put it up to 1 second. We're going to have lots of blinky lights. And I'm going to click yellow, but then I'm going to get into here. I'm going to tweak it a little bit more into the orange. I'm shooting for amber. And then I'm going to take that, I'm going to flip it around. And then this is my way, my less than ideal way of getting like kind of like a blinky light that blinks in all directions. Like that. Except this one, I want it to be white and I want it to blink half-second intervals. So that's marking the... Oh, I put it on two-way symmetry. I didn't mean to do that. So I don't want them on the other side. I noticed they were on the other side, and then they interfere with the doors of the material space, and you know, can't have that. So are these still right? That one's still amber, and this one's still white. Yeah, okay. And so that's on the dorsal ventral side. Wait, yes, ventral side. Ventral's the bottom. Okay, that's good. You know what? No, that's good enough for like this. That's not. We won't get silly. Okay, first orbit. Pilot, yeah, sure, Jeb. We just did Val in a plane. Sorry, Jet Val, you lost out. Checking our staging, we're gonna do these, then the stage the SRBs and that core engine at the same time. Stage those at the same time. Oh, and launch TWR. For goodness sakes, I should look at thrust weights. That's a little bit high, so we're gonna tweak these down. Always go for around 1.33-ish. So low. Kind of surprises me how many people don't tweak down that launch thrust. It makes the rocket so much easier to fly. Okay, Jebediah is in. All right. I think I'm good. I think I'm good there. And I think this shouldn't be a hard rocket for people to fly, for people that are following along. If you find it's flipping out on you, my advice would be to just go rip off all these little ones and replace it with 4 of these AV winglets. But I think it should be good. Let's just launch. 1.7 is the sweet spot, says Wooderbass. Yeah, I guess it's a personal thing, but definitely tweak it down. Like I like this, but everybody's a little different. Okay, so are we doing anything on here on the launch pad? I don't think we are. No, I don't see why we should be. So I think we're just gonna go. You know what? I will just get. Let's aim our camera up here. These guys pinned over here to the side, and we'll see if we should be grabbing something on the way up or not. Reset the camera. Okay. All right, SAS on, throttle up. These two are saved for space for sure. Okay, and punch it. And we're off. We're off, and we're going for an orbit. And again, everybody's a little bit different. I like to go straight up until I get past about 50 meters per second or so, and then I knock it over. And oh, I can't lock to the prograde vector. It will not let me because Jeb is not skilled enough. But you can just. This is the ultimate test of the aerodynamic stability of your rocket, is to turn off SAS, take your hands away from the controls. I'm going a little bit too far north for my liking. Oh, it really doesn't. I'm trying to push it more towards. Oh, and now I should have a lot more control because now I got that swivel engine. Those I'm just pulling it over. Oh, this is pretty stable. Oh, I don't have time to apoapsis either. I like to do that. Okay, I'm just going to turn off SAS. And let it follow the prograde vector just kind of on its own, just letting aerodynamics take over. I'm thinking I might reduce thrust here a little bit. I'm doing this by feel rather than by numbers. Usually I like to see the time to apoapsis, but if not, I got to upgrade the tracking station for that one. But I am obviously going to watch my apoapsis number. This is not necessary, turning down the thrust. It does make the launch more efficient, but this thing's pretty heavily built. Oh, I wanted to shoot. Yeah, I've already done that. Got distracted. Okay. Got distracted. I can't remember if I did those in the... I probably did them in the lower atmosphere. Might not. Oh, I have, because I did it with the plane, of course. Silly. Silly Billy. Reduce thrust a little more. There we go. Oh, lights on. On the lights and then didn't turn them on. Okay, so right now I'm really doing nothing. I'm not putting in any inputs. Like if you put it to here, like I'm doing nothing there. I'm just letting it kind of do its thing. But I am watching the apoapsis. I should check, make sure here I don't reduce my throttle so much that I end up passing my app. I'm going to give myself a little more throttle to be safe. You don't want to end up passing your apoapsis, that's for sure. It sure helps to have that time. Yeah, let's give ourselves more throttle. More throttle, be safe. Let's not be dumb. Okay, when I start seeing that, I'm going to throttle down. Alright. And right now, I'm just really watching my apoapsis, and when it gets to 80, I'm just going to cut it. Oh! Sorry. Forgot. That stage ran out. Time to go onto here, and I've increased the throttle because this is a much weaker engine. We are pretty low. I'm gonna pitch up a little bit. I shouldn't have been so cute and reduced my throttle like that. I should have just pushed it up to 80. That's the safe way to do it. Until you see those timed apoapsis numbers. Let's see how we do. Okay, I'm at 85 because I'm going to be losing stuff in drag. We're going to here turn this off. Should still be aerodynamic. We're okay. It ain't pretty, but it's okay. Oh, thank you very much, Chris, for the kind donation. Kind donation. We'll see if Jeb will be... No, I gotta upgrade the tracking station. That's what I need to do to get the time to apoapsis numbers. I was just getting too cute. We're fine. I mean, look at my periapsis. Like, we take a look at my arc. Here, I'm going into map view. If I go into map view, look, I'm like darn close to an orbit already. I was just fiddling around too low in the atmosphere. So, we'll just get this a little higher. Yeah. Okay. And, I've noticed I've dipped below 80 here, but that's okay. It's not a biggie. We'll put maybe a little bit more thrust into this soon. Here, let's time warp. Kind of wobbling around a little bit. Four times. So that wasn't the prettiest of orbits, but, you know, it got the job done. Jeb's excited. I'm trying to think, has Jeb been in space yet? I'm not sure he has. I don't think he has. This is Jeb's first time in space. Okay, so we're in space now. Let's get off the time warp. It's really hard to know where your apoapsis is, isn't it? Because I'm so close to being... I shouldn't have done it this way. I should have just pushed up. Oh, actually, how you can tell... You can tell by your vertical velocity indicator here. As it's coming down, you're getting closer to apoapsis. So what I probably should do, when it's at 0, you're right at apoapsis. I don't want to wait. I want to wait till just before that, because I do not have to put in much more energy. So we'll time warp a little bit here, and we're watching this needle. It's a logarithmic scale, so when it starts to drop, it's going to drop fast. There we go. There it goes. Okay, let's put it on prograde. Burn just a little bit as I completely demonstrate the most complicated and awkward way to get into orbit. Alright, that's an orbit. We're there, we're there. So we're going to do a material study. And we're also going to do an EVA report, for goodness sakes. I gotta watch this, right? Because this is biome specific. See, we're over the highlands. Store that away. And we can do another EVA report. Still highlands. Okay. I'm sure that there's a number of biomes that are super easy to get. You want to make sure to get them. I think I probably got the thermometer, the barometer. No reason to worry about that. Crew reports. Nope. Crew reports not. So that's all done. Here, let's... Oops. Oh, I didn't take the monoprop out of that. Okay, but what I want to do is grab EVA reports. Oh, I've done grasslands. Okay. But it's really easy to get highlands, grasslands, waters, shores. If you're really lucky, there is badlands around here somewhere, but I think you just have to get lucky. I don't know exactly where they are. That's highlands again. Okay. Hello, Philip. Glad you made it. Hello, Lucky. Okay, so I'm going towards the shores here, and then we're going to go into the night pretty soon. I don't know. I don't think this is shores yet. Highlands still. A lot of highlands. Should keep an eye on electricity too, because I don't have an infinite supply, though it should be enough for this mission. Okay, here comes some shores. Hopefully people can see that on the screen. I know YouTube's compression... YouTube's compression sometimes will make things darker than what they are on my screen. Okay, there's the shores. That's good. Store that one. Oh, I can take data. Store that. Oh, no, I didn't. There was no reason to take that. And we'll... I'm not sure I've done over the water yet, so we'll grab over the water. Definitely want to get all these. Over the water. And obviously, if you put yourself into a polar orbit, you can get all the biomes, including the ice caps and the northern and southern ice shelves and the tundra. So what I'm doing now is looking for mountains and looking for deserts. And then we'll push ourselves to high space. Oh, is this desert here? I think it is. Kerbin's deserts. Well done, Jebediah. And... oh, I thought... oh no. Where the heck am I? In relation to the KSC. Oh, the KSC is coming. Okay. They're going to get the mountains just ahead of the KSC. I missed some mountains back there, but there's mountains right coming up here. Those KSC mountains. And mountains. There we go. I'm happy with that. So that was a bunch of that. Now, what I want to do next is go into high space. High space is an altitude of 250 kilometers, so I want to push up my apoapsis, and obviously I do that by going prograde. But then I want to... this is going to be a lot of guesswork. Once I get that done, and once I've collected the science up there, I want to burn retrograde, and I'm going to try and see if I can put myself down around here. Now, Kerbin's going to rotate a little bit. Let's try it here. I am so guessing at all this. 100% guesswork. So I'm going to push this up. Got a lot of fuel. I don't have to worry about that. And again, 250 is the magic number. And then we'll see how close I come to that ocean to the east of the KSC when we come back. I might completely not... It's not necessary, so... I don't know. Okay, so... 200... 220... 240... 250, and we'll go a little more. There we go, about 265. That flashing flag is bugging me, so I'm going to turn this so I don't see it. Alright, and now it's just simply time warping. Turn it this way. Until we cross over into high space. Okay, I'm getting some... Just give me a second here. So... Mike, look at the apoapsis and periapsis height on your altimeter. It tells you when you're there. Well, yeah, I'm looking at this right here. I'm not sure, or there. I'm not sure. That might have been an old comment. There is a lag with the comments, so sometimes the comments become disconnected with what's going on right now. Okay, once I cross... Oh, wait, we're going to do 250. Do this. Conduct a material study. So that is another 37.5 science. We will do... This is our first time in high space. So, observation of the goo, the thermometer, the pressure scan, and then Jebediah is going to do himself an EVA. 12 science from the EVA, which is not biome specific, so you only ever have to do one. You don't have to do like what I was just doing before. And then I got to collect all of this science. Wow. If you push the V button, this is one of these hidden features in the game, but if you push the V button, you actually do change the camera, and sometimes if you're having some trouble getting your Kerbal to orient the way you want with your ship, just pressing the V button helps. So I got to collect all this junk. So collect that. Yep, remove it. That breaks it. That's why I got two. Collect that one. Up here. I haven't done a crew report yet either. Collect that. Thermometer. Oh, I just pushed log it. Take it. There we go. Oh, it wouldn't have let me log it anyways because he's not a scientist. Okay. Up here. Get inside. Do a crew report. Another 7.5 science in high space. Collect that crew report. And store it back. Okay, so now everything should be stored in the capsule. And what I like to do though is just right click on each experiment. If it says review data, that means there's data there. So I want to make sure nowhere does it say review data. Everything is good. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is put this puppy onto the retrograde vector and start burning. Oh, this might work well. Bringing down that periapsis. Oh, that tier 1 tracking station is going to be nice. I got about 34 kilometers. I'm going to go, well, a little lower. 30. Let's go 30. I don't know. I'm guessing. I want to land in the ocean here, and I'm guessing at what's going to do it. And again, playing with all of that. Okay, let's fall. We're going to fall. NC was saying it was guesswork around the burn, but it helps not having, yeah. It does help having that time to, okay. I'll remember that, NC. Now I see what you're referring to. Okay, going down, going down. Yeah, what NC was referring to is that if you see your apoapsis and you see your altimeter getting close to your apoapsis, then you're obviously close to your apoapsis. So that's an alternative than looking to your vertical speed indicator. That was back when I was doing the circularization. Okay. We are about to do the plummet. Well, you know what? I should have maybe put some solar panels on here because my electric charge isn't great. Of course, having all kinds of lights going probably isn't the best thing. What you gonna do? You gotta have lights. Okay, I'm gonna orient this to retrograde. Parachute is armed. Going to roll this so I don't see that janky flag. And then I'm gonna turn SAS off. Don't need electricity from here on in anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Do I have enough fuel thrust to hang on to that last stage? And then never mind, because I just staged it. You mean to do like a powered landing, if that's what you're referring to, Trav? I sure as heck am not going to do I don't know. Parachutes are there for a reason. Okay, so here's the KSC coming up. So I think I actually should have been bringing my periapsis down lower. Should be easily in the ocean, though. Pulling the G's on the Jebediah as we plummet through the atmosphere. Yeah, the lights are still on. So we are losing a little bit of electric charge, but we got enough to make it to the bottom. All the textures are different. So Minty Game saying, are you sure this is stock? And I said, it is. But I did use the ReStock mod to change all of the textures. So yes, parts do look different, but they function the same. There are apparently very slight aerodynamic differences, but I've not yet put that to the test. But yes, so all the parts, I think they do all look much better too, I will say. Okay, so we're slowing down here. Now, I'm sure I've done a crew report. Has Jeb anybody done an EVA report over the water? Maybe not. Nope, that's new. Okay, in you go, Jebediah. And I think that's probably it for my science. But this should be a pretty decent haul, all those EVA reports. Where did I land? Where did I land, by the way? Where am I? That's not bad. I said I was aiming for this ocean. That was I was a very broad landing zone, but I'm fun with that. And Boosh and Bobby and floats there nicely, and I don't think there's going to be anything to do because we've done just recover. Just recover. So I'm up to 182.6 science from that, 221 science all told. So whoopee-doo, that is awesome, awesome. Got a lot of world. Oh no, not as many. Land speed. Like, land distance record, we did a couple of orbits. How can I've done more than 100 kilometers. Like, I don't, whatever. I'm not going to complain about what that means. We have entered orbit, and we have returned. And Jebediah should be level 1 now. I didn't even check that, but I'm pretty sure he is.